Alright, so since I haven't made this week's Storytime video yet, I'll make, let's see, turn you around here. I'll make this week's Storytime video here in a minute. I'm getting ready to walk out the back, but I wanted to give you a quick update on this old jalopy here, the old 3300, with a 4-row corn head on it. Everybody said it couldn't be done, but proved them wrong. It can be done. The harvest time video that I released, I guess today's Thursday the 20th, it can be done. You can see here, it's a John Deere, let's see here, John Deere 3300 combine with a, you can count them, 1, 2, 3, 4-row corn head. It can be done. We did run corn through it. I'm sure it wouldn't be able to be done if you were running 160 bushel corn through it, but we only ran like 50 bushel corn through it, mainly because of the drought. But anyways, that's not what this week's story time's about. Gotta go out back here, open the shed up. Alright, now it's gonna get really bright, so I gotta put my sunglasses on. But this week's story time is about how this summer I almost rolled the 2750. We'll walk up here. I'll show you what I did. Actually, I'd go show you the 2750 too, but it's in the shop. Oh, here, we'll go up. Well, anyways, which that's in a video that's coming slowly but surely, but the 2750 is in the shop right now getting a new head gasket and all that hocus pocus. But this spring while I was spraying hay, I used it and I had 80 gallons of water in the sprayer, and I was going to do this hay field right here at the tip of my finger. It's a little half, 3/4 acre hay field. And I had, instead of driving the whole way up around, instead of going the whole way up and then coming around, then down into the hay field, I decided to take the old shortcut. And here's what the shortcut is. You come off the road and you turn and you come right up through here and into the field. Well, I had about between 80 and 100 gallon of spray in a sprayer. And it's a pretty beefy sprayer. It has some weight to it. And I come up here with the tractor and it was all fine and dandy until I came to this point right here. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to get you a grade shot here. It's pretty steep, and I went to turn to go up in there and the old front end come right off the ground. So the front end come off the ground and it started turning without me turning it. So I hit the brake and spun it around, and I dropped the sprayer as soon as it started coming off the ground, which actually, that's what saved me. The jack stands on the sprayer caught the ground and brought the tractor back down. But yeah, I'll go ahead and show you the sprayer. So that was a pretty hairy experience. The tractor come off the ground, caught the sprayer, and I ended up stopping. I just pushed the clutch in, and coasted backwards ever so gently, like trying to inch the sprayer off the ground so I wouldn't bend the legs on the sprayer. And then I finally got it turned around, and then I went back up, and then I just backed up into the field, unfolded out the sprayer booms, and went about my business. But here's the sprayer. As you can see, it's a pretty beefy sprayer. Heavy steel. There's the tank. Yeah, I had it probably right about here on the fullness level, so that's about, I think it's about 95 gallon or something. No, I had it right about 100 gallon. Here, you can see, I don't know, right there's the 100 gallon. It's a 110 gallon sprayer, but I had it right about the 100 gallons, and then so that was very interesting. That's not the first. That's the first time I almost laid a tractor over. But Pap has laid. Pap stood this one right up. He stood it up. He rolled this one. He stood it straight up, and the only thing that saved him was a roll bar and the cab. Here, I'll show you here. Let me turn some lights on. The only thing that saved him was the roll bar and the cab. He was plowing over on the little 3 acres of rental ground that we have, and you have to get down the gully and then up the hill to get turned around. And when he did that, which he had done that before, and the tractor didn't roll over, but he stood it straight up, and you can see here. Let me see if I can see here. Maybe you can see it or not. Let me get the light on my phone here. Let's see. Where is it? Here it is. Alright. Shine some light up here. But I don't know if you can see it or not, but like the cab's bent, and this window is out of place. It actually bent the back of the cab. I don't know if he got this side or not. No, he didn't get this side, but he got the back window with it. The back window frame's right here. It's all bent up from whenever he laid it over, but so this one here, it's not really a story time video, but I'm going to use it as a story time video because I don't have time to actually make another story time video like I did before. It's going to be pretty much a find somewhere to prop you guys up here so you can, let's see here. Let's see if you can see me. Hope you can see me. So anyways, this video is really more of a tractor safety video. Always know the limits of what you're going to do. And know the limits of every piece of equipment you have. And a tractor with no weights on the front has a lot less limits to be pushed than a tractor that has weights on the front. That's why every tractor we have except the 2750 has at least 150 pounds of weight on the front of it. You're sitting on the 3020 right now, and that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That has 5 weights and plus the weight brackets on it. So I think they're 90-some pounds a piece. So that has probably 500 pounds of weight hanging out in front of it. The 4320 has, that one has 4, the 4320 has 1 less weight than the 3020 does. The 5065E has 4 of them on the front of that. So the only tractor that doesn't have weights is the 2750. But it just, you got to know the limits of everything that you're going to do, and don't try to push it. If you're in a hurry or anything, just don't push it, especially when you're on hills. And never, just be careful. Don't use a small tractor on a full gravity wagon and decide to come downhill, especially if you got bald tires. I haven't had the experience of being pushed down the hill by a gravity wagon or a wagon in general, but Pap has had the experience of being pushed. Before he had bigger tractors, he told me stories all the time using the Farmall H for everything. So he's had experience of wagons pushing him down the hill, but I was fortunate enough that when I started getting in on the farming operation, that he had big enough tractors that really, you can get pushed around, but if you have common sense, you won't get pushed around. So I was fortunate enough that I haven't really been in those scary situations of almost being jackknifed, but and that's one thing that if I ever have kids one day or employees working on the farm, that I don't want them to be in those situations either. So that's why I always had the goal of bigger is better, just for safety reasons, not just getting other stuff done too. And I think that's some of the reason why the people that mow along the roads run such big tractors on such little mowers, is so if they get hit by a car, there's less damage that'll occur. I think they use 115 horsepower John Deeres. I think they're 6115Rs with like little 5-6 foot mowers on them. I know some of it's also so they can get the road gear, but I think the other reason's for safety too. So, but anyways, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna go plow now. So please comment, rate, and subscribe. Have a good day, guys.